Hi guys, it's Jamila here from Slap. Today I'm doing a quick video on M Cosmetics. This is M Cosmetics here. I've kind of destroyed the packaging. It's seen better days. It's really hard to open from the top. The sticker is really intense, like nothing is opening it. So I just ripped them apart instead. So I've got quite a bit from the collection because I bought it online and I didn't know what I wanted, what was good. I wasn't able to swatch it anywhere because as far as I know, they're not in any department stores or shops, especially not in the UK. They're not even in the UK, so I had to get it from the M Cosmetics website itself. It wasn't too bad. It literally got here in less than a week. The only thing that slowed it down was like customs on my end, but that's not really their fault. I think I ended up spending an extra £30 altogether to get the products over to me, which isn't ideal, but it's not the end of the world. So at the moment I have the lip gloss on. This is the lip gloss in Morning Dew. It's a really nice lip gloss. I love the packaging. It comes in this like frosted glass tube, and it comes with like a gold top with their logo on top, which I really like. It's really pretty. It's very dressing table worthy. It's very chic, very nice, and definitely something I feel like I'd like to have out with me and take out when I'm out so people can think I'm super chic. It feels very smooth. It's given my lips a lot of shine, but it's not sticky at all. I don't think my hair will stick to it. Oh yeah, a little bit. My hair did stick to it a little bit, but yeah. Also, I got two blushes. So I got this blusher in Soft Amethyst and this blusher in Sunset Sky. So the Soft Amethyst one's like a plummy color and the Soft Sangria is like a coral. They're both kind of serum-esque blushes that are supposed to give your skin goodness. They've got like hyaluronic acid in them and lots of other good things that are good for your skin. So I do really like them for that. They are glass, so just keep that in mind because if you drop them, it is quite scary. But I do like the fact that they've got little droppers. Quite inconsistent. So like sometimes you will use it and get a huge blob. Sometimes you'll use it and get nothing. So it's quite hard to like dispense, but I like the dropper system. Also, I got two lipsticks. So they're both liquid lipsticks. I got this one, which is something sangria, Soft Sangria, and I got this one, which is Vintage Rosewood. I'm gonna quickly give you guys some swatches just so you can see the products on my hands. This is Vintage Rosewood. It's like a signature, it's kind of like a classic plum. I do really like this. How it wore throughout the day, I found it got a little bit patchy, a little bit kind of crackly, but it did last, and when I washed my face, it did still leave a tint, so I do feel like it would last all day, but it does, you don't get the same coverage all day, and it doesn't dry down in the same way as like a normal liquid lipstick, which could be a good thing. This is Soft Sangria. I just think this color is absolutely stunning. It's like such a deep red. They both feel very creamy. They're very soft to the touch. It kind of feels like a mousse, but it's not, but it's got that kind of texture. It's very soft, kind of like whipped texture. So I do like that, and I do like the colors. This is Sunset Sky. This one, it really drops out like nothing. And it's quite light, it's quite chilled. And this is Soft Amethyst, a lot more pigment in that. So these are all of the colors on my hand. This is me at the end of a 10 to 11 hour day. It started off so well. I should have shown you before when I left, but this is it now. Wow, those dark circles, those panda eyes. Look at that. That is mascara gone wild. So I'm just gonna quickly try and brighten this with a bit of Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Wand. So I feel like this is a really good after work concealer, and it just makes you look a bit more together, but not too, so people don't think you've gone like, oh, I've gone so hard after work, I was so desperate for these after work drinks. People don't think that, they just think, oh, okay, she looks like she's fine. Nothing ever happened to her today. She had a really easy day at work. So that's the look. Oh, look at that, it's like a miracle. That's the look I'm going for. If you want to know what I have on my face, initially I had on the MAC foundation stick, which I really like, and the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Powder, which I think are a beautiful combination. I think I'm going to film it at some point because they're really nice together. On my eyes I've got my Stila Twig, my favourite thing. I've actually bought a third bottle now, which is really not cool because it doesn't last very long. But I just love the color of it and I love the texture of it, and I feel like nothing else comes close. So that's like on my eyes, and because it's on my eyes, I felt like it's a perfect day, and because I said I was going to, I felt like it's the perfect day and the only day I have to film the second part of my M Cosmetics video. The soft amethyst, how do you say that? Soft amethyst blusher, and the, I think it's like rose, vintage rosewood liquid lipstick. So I'm gonna do one pipette on the back of my hand, my dry hand. Oh, now I did it. It's not worse. It's just the way. Okay, there we go. So that's one drop, and that is too much. So I probably should have just stuck with what initially I was given. Cheeks, I haven't done anything to my face, I haven't topped them up. I feel like because they're quite dewy from the day, I feel like it's a good vibe. So this is the texture. It's quite runny. Not super runny, but it's quite runny, and the color does look quite similar to my twig on my eyes. I'm just going to use the tiniest bit on my fingertip, and I would probably do this on a clean face or fresh skin, but because I'm about to wash my face anyway, hopefully it shouldn't matter too much. This is a lot what I've just put on, and that wasn't even the full fingertip. I actually had to wipe some into the palm of my hand. It's a lot because all you have to do is tap it on. And you can see it's so much more pigmented than the Sunset Sky one, which you really couldn't see. It was very sheer, whereas this one is like really bold, which is great. I feel like even just one of the 3 drops that I did would be enough. But as long as you pat and don't rub, you can blend it away pretty quickly. But I do like it. It does give you a really, she says rubbing, it does give you a really nice kind of fresh-faced look, and I feel like this one is more of a blusher than the other one. The other one's really nice and subtle, but yeah, once you pat it down, it does blend out okay, but it just is a lot more obvious than the orange one. It just kind of splodges, but maybe that's the idea. I don't know. I'm not a Michelle fan. I don't know. I need to ask her. Michelle, what am I supposed to be doing with your blusher? I've still got a huge amount on my hand, the back of my hand, from that one pipette and a bit. So I'm gonna try and do another layer just to be really crazy. So I'm just gonna use like literally the tiniest bits. It hasn't even made a dent in what's on my hand. And I'm gonna try and focus more on the apples of my cheeks. Still so much. I feel like for 10 mils, this really works hard for its $25, whereas the other one is like, sorry, I'm too chic for that. You gotta buy another one of me. This blusher is too much. So this is the color Vintage Rosewood. So soft and creamy. It really does feel like I'm putting velvet on my lips. I think one is enough. I don't think you need to go back for the double layer. I don't know why I did that. I was just trying to see what happened. I would say use the tiniest smidgen physically possible. Don't even use the pipette, just touch the pipette and touch your cheeks and you'll be fine. Anyway guys, that was Soft Amethyst and Vintage Rosewood. I hope you liked it. Next up is Soft Sangria. I'm going to start with the Sunset Sky, which is a serum infused blusher. It's actually a serum blusher, and it does come with like a rubber stopper inside, which just stops the product dripping out everywhere. So this one just doesn't come out in the same way as the other one did. It's a pain in the bum, isn't it? So that's the full-on color. So I'm just going to use a fingertips worth. Actually, I'm going to dab it. So they said in a tapping motion, so I'm just gonna tap it in. I want a really minimal face day, but I do like this color. It's already warmed up my complexion. And the tapping motion, I think, helps in terms of not breaking down your foundation too much. It still does a little bit because obviously you're putting like an oil on it over a powder, but not as much as it did before. And I find this color a lot more buildable and a lot more sheer. The other one is a lot more pigmented and just bright. Like, you can't really get away with shearing it out as much. So I do feel like it's giving my skin a nice glow, and I do really like this lip gloss a lot. But unfortunately, it's time for the lip gloss to go. This is the color Soft Sangria. I absolutely love this shade. It's just so rich, and in the tube it just looks incredible. It just looks so rich and so wintry, but not too dark. So I do really like this. It comes in a non-frosted glass tube with a black lid and the gold cosmetic top. With this applicator, it's kind of got a ledge in it, which I guess is supposed to help grab onto the lip, but I guess it depends on how big your lips are, because for me it doesn't really fully grab the lip. So that's the colour there. It's really bright, but it's a really nice shade. It's really bright, but it does bring out that coral in my cheeks, which is quite nice. Wow, this is intense. Just need to clean it up a bit. Whoa, it's actually really nice. Wow, I really like this. It looks really striking. Maybe because I haven't worn a red in a long time, but I think this is a really nice rich red, and for some reason it just really balances with that orange really nicely. I think one coat of this is absolutely enough. It's definitely opaque enough, it's definitely bright enough, and it's definitely like rich enough, and it feels creamy, it feels soft, it doesn't feel like drying at all. This is a really nice red, especially if you've got like a deeper complexion. I think it's a really nice red, and I think it would actually work for any skin tone. It's just, it seems quite flattering. This is in the shade Soft Sangria, and I'm a huge, huge fan of this. So guys, that is my finished look. I do really like this lipstick. I think it's a really nice lipstick. It's really rich in color. I think it's a really nice shade, and I think it would definitely suit a lot of people. I think it would also look good with a bit of eyeliner inside and out as well, if you wanted like a more intense look. But if you want something quite pared back, I think it's pretty nice. I really like the cheeks as well. I think this one is slightly better than the other one just because it's quite buildable, and I feel like it's a bit more sheer, a bit more of a subtle color. So the Vintage Rosewood and the Soft Sangria are $20 US. The lip gloss is $20 US as well, and the blusher are $25 US, and you get 10 ml. I do think that's a little on the pricey side. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. If you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. We would love to have you in the Slap family. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and please feel free to let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you on the next one.